Okay, so this is Unit 4, Lesson 9, second semester, 7th grade math. Dominic, what can you tell me about this picture? What did you observe about this picture?
Okay, so I figured out that under the white horses, there are actually red horses.
Okay, interesting. I think what you're saying is it gets to what I want to talk about. You said that basically underneath a white horse is a red horse, but that gets to what I was really wanting to say, which is the red horses and the white horses have the same shape, okay? And so what we see here is a pattern, and it's called a tessellation. And these actually aren't horses, they have wings, right? And that's not an invitation for you guys to call out. So if you said horse, that has been said throughout the day. These are horses with wings, and if a horse has wings, it's a Pegasus. So I'm outlining the shape of one of the horses for a reason. I have way too many side conversations. And I want to show you something with the shape of the horse, because that's relevant to what we're talking about today for your homework. And the homework's pretty easy. This is a really quick lesson. This artist, does anybody know who this artist is that made this picture? His name is Escher. Now, I'm confused why I'm hearing all the side conversations. Take a look. This shape is the same if it's a red horse or a white horse. Okay? This shape is repeated throughout the picture. There are no gaps or overlaps. You're going to draw a picture that is a tessellation. It doesn't have to be this complicated, but you're going to draw one today. I'm going to show you some more examples of tessellations.
Birdies.
Now, shh. If I'm not calling on you, I don't want to hear you right now. Now, some of these pictures is actually, it looks like it's too, here's the shape that tessellates. So here's the shape that is tessellating. And if you notice, there's the pattern that repeats here. The pattern repeats here. Okay? Here's some more examples. Some more examples. He also drew pictures that maybe had elements of two-dimensional and three-dimensional perspective, right? But a lot of his art was based upon tessellations. Now, what you'll learn, to identify tessellations and draw tessellations, we're going to make our own tessellations. New vocabulary, tessellation. Now, why are we going to learn this? Look at the pattern at the right. Did you notice that the same figure is repeated over and over with no gaps or overlaps? Okay, just like the artwork we just saw. In this lesson, you will explore tessellations. As you complete your exploration, you will design your own shape to tessellate and perform tessellations to create a seamless pattern. You have already learned that when you transform a figure, you change it in some way, such as by sliding or flipping it in a plane. Figures with particular characteristics can be transformed to create a tessellation, which is a repeating pattern of one figure or more that has no gaps or overlaps. So know the definition. That will be in the quick check and on the quiz. So this is really the basis for how we're going to make our tessellation. So for your homework tonight, you're going to take a piece of cardboard or construction paper. It's going to be either a square or rectangle. In other words, it's going to be a parallelogram. So if you look at this example, constructing tessellations, look at the parallelogram. It has two sets of parallel congruent sides. You could think of the right side as a translation of the left side. So the right side is a translation of the left side, and that's critical for us making our pattern. And the top as a translation of the bottom. Okay, if I slide that, everything lines up. So as a result, you can translate the figure so that the left and right sides fit perfectly together, as do the top and the bottom. So here's the shape, left and right align, right? As well as the top and the bottom. Okay, and if you look on the floor, we have a parallelogram on the floor that tessellates, right? What shape is on our tiles on the floor? Okay, are there any gaps between those tiles? No. Do those tiles sit over top of each other to cover the floor? No, that's a tessellation. So, take a look. Here's the activity you're going to do. And I think once we walk through it, I think you'll understand what is going on with it. So you're going to make a stencil. And you're going to copy that shape, and you're going to tessellate it. And that shape you're going to tessellate should fit top to bottom, left to right. How do we make that shape? Here's how we make it. So you're either going to use a square piece or a rectangular piece. It doesn't matter. Okay? Let me show you what this is telling you. So here's my square piece of paper. Got it? I need to make sure that my left side fits the right side. So right now it will as a square, but I want it to be a little more interesting. So my left side, I'm going to trace a pattern, I'm going to cut it out. It's going to be a curve. Okay? Now, if I were to cut this piece and tape it to the other side, here's what it's going to look like. Cut it, tape it on this side, and that means I'll have an opening over here. If I cut this piece out and tape it to the right-hand side. Now, my right side will fit nice up against the left side. Does that make sense? Okay, hold on. Now, my top and my bottom, again, a curve. Okay, that's my curve. And if I cut that and tape it to the top, then I'll have an opening at the bottom. And I'll have this weird, funky shape that I can tessellate. So here's what I have. Now I'm going to copy it. Now, the way you're going to copy it is you're going to trace it. So let me go ahead and change this so that it is all the same color. And not only that, I'm going to keep tracing this cardboard stencil. You understand? So I'm going to copy this over and over. So watch this. That fits there. That fits here. That fits here. Oops, wrong one. Fits here. And could I continue to trace this pattern and have it fill up the entire page? That's the whole point of a tessellation. Do you understand? Okay, so some of you that had questions, now I want to hear what your questions are. Question? After I'm done with this, yes. After I'm done with this. Okay, any questions about your Lesson 9 homework? Okay? What I'd like for you to do really quickly, take out your laptops.